We're live, baby. Okay, close these tabs. I'm gonna go on YouTube and I'm going to see how I can. I have 4 subscribers now. Yes, I am back. I think I'm still live streaming. Let me see. I need to check. View my channel. Yeah, I am live. Cool. Cool. I am back to it. Yes. So today I'm gonna be learning C# stuff. It's a shame I can't like stream this in 2 screens because I'm reading and I'm like I have a VS Code open, so when I'm I guess coding something, I'll just switch monitors. But yeah, I'm just going to be reading mostly today about is this shit working? About C#, more on C# and how it actually works, because that's what I use at work. And develop some web APIs. I guess my plan is to just learn and code at the same time and be better at my job at the same time, if that makes sense. Yeah. Alright, well, forgot how to mute. I had something set up to like mute. Okay, there it is. It's Control M. Anyways, let's get into this. So we're learning ASP.NET Core Web App Project from a template, and I've already done .NET New Web. Create a new web application. I don't even know what that means right now, because like there's like a bunch of, let me show you guys. So when you do, I think that's the first thing I'm going to try to learn, these templates. So if you go CS, CD, C#, LS, we have these 3 apps. But I want to see like, let's say .NET, what's the command called? .NET something. .NET new list, I think. Yeah, there it is. Okay, let me just get rid of that. There's a bunch of applications here. So there's an API controller app. I gotta know the difference between these, and I don't honestly know. Let me do that again. Alright, I'm low-key, I think I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT right now. So what is the difference between these projects and when I run .NET new list? I'm particularly interested in API controller. I'm assuming the API Core MD and gRPC service are both for, well, it's API controller. it can just be the ASP.NET ones. Yeah. Just explain these. Single API controller file. You already have ASP.NET Core project, and you want to add a controller. What does that mean, though? What is an API controller app? Well, that makes no fucking sense. I'll just focus on the web app for now because this is what it freaking teaches. I gotta know what that means. It creates an empty ASP.NET Core project with this code. The following lines of code in this file create a web application builder. Yes, that's the one that we need to study. The web application builder. I'm gonna put it over here. So the app.mapGet method directly defines an endpoint that handles HTTP GET requests. Oh, interesting. So yeah, the app is not running right now. I don't think it's running right now. .NET run my web app. Actually, I have to do cd my web app and then .NET run. You have to build it, and I assume it just runs the server. And if we go to localhost 5162, yeah, there it is. Okay. It defines a route for the HTTP GET request. The slash indicates this route responds to the requests made to the root URL of the app. Cool. Run your web app locally. This exercise, you will run your web app locally and view it in a browser. Run the web app and view it in a browser. Run the web app using the .NET CLI. I've already done that. Yep. How the web app is served. When the app is built and run, the following steps occur. Build and config. Microsoft Build is invoked to restore dependencies. Compile the project. Processes. The CS project file compiles the source code into an assembly. Interesting. The app reads config settings, including the settings specified in launch settings for the default launch profile. Host setup. This doesn't really make sense to me, to be honest. Restore dependencies and compile the project. I get that compilation is the step in which, at least for C# or like C files, is the step where I forgot. I need to be precise about these things because that's how we engrave it in our brains, I guess. Where the fuck is my... Has it really been that long? Is this not in here? It's not. Oh yeah, it's this. No, it's not that. It's computer organization. Wait, maybe it is this. I don't think it's this. Did I not write what's in here? It translates the code to assembly file. And the assembler takes the assembly, turns it into a machine language. Yeah, this was the one that I needed. Actually, it's computer organization, computer architecture. Bro, what? I swear I had a notes, Google Notes for this. Is it untitled? No. What the fuck is this? It's like a ChatGPT output. Maybe it's in my school email. Nope. Do I still get access to this, by the way? Oh, I do. Oh. Interesting. The fuck is this? What the hell is this? Oh my god, I remember that. Pro. There it is. CS app, that's what it was called. Okay. Yeah. These are my notes from my... There it is, okay. Reasons why you should understand the compilation system. Is this all I wrote? Parses and type checks, builds ASTS, performs automation, and emits an assembly. Yeah, compilers translate code into like an assembly file, like the .i file. At least for C# build system. So I don't know if compiling in the sense of C development is the same as compiling in a web app. Probably the same. I mean, C# is a compiled language, so I do want to make that distinction very clear. Is C# a compiled language? So there's a C# code compiled by the C# compiler. How does it differ from C? Wow. usually compiles directly to native machine code for a specific CPU and operating system. Yes, this executable already contains machine code for a particular platform. So if you compile for Linux, the binary is meant for Linux. It will not automatically run on Windows or ARM unless you recompile or cross-compile. Usually compiles first to IL. What the fuck is IL? Not directly to native machine code. Oh. Compiler. That is a very complicated system. Give me sources, bro. What the fuck? This is the issue. I don't know what it means when it says compiling. I don't even know what MS-build is. The app reads config settings, including the settings specified in launch settings for the default launch profile. Okay. Well, maybe I don't need to know it in depth right now. I just need to know like how to set it up. Sets up the web host. By default, this method configures Kestrel as the web server. Kestrel is a cross-platform web server for ASP.NET Core designed for high performance. Kestrel starts listening for incoming HTTP requests on the configured URLs. When a request is received, Kestrel forwards it to the ASP.NET Core middleware pipeline. The middleware pipeline processes the request through a series of middleware components which can handle tasks such as authentication, logging, and routing. Cool. If the request matches a defined route, the corresponding endpoint is executed. In this case, app.map_get hello world endpoint handles the requests to the root URL, returns a string hello world. The response, which in this case is the string hello world, is sent back through the middleware pipeline, which then sends it back to the client. Making code changes. Okay, enhance your development with .NET Watch. I like the .NET Run. .NET Watch automatically rebuilds and reruns the application whenever you make changes to the source files. Oh, interesting. .NET Watch. Interesting. .NET Watch. So why not just always run .NET Watch? Run your web app created in the previous exercise using .NET Watch. Run the web app. Yes, we have it running now. It's awesome. Since the port number is provided is set randomly in configuration at project creation, your endpoint may have a different port number. Open a browser. Okay, change the app's code and quickly view the results. Sure, I'll see what happens. So if I just do like a random change, save it, what happens? Do I have to reload the page though? I do have to reload the page. Interesting. .NET Watch. I'm pretty sure this is what my shit is using too. So I'm not too sure. What do you need to install at a minimum? .NET SDK. You do need that. You don't need Doge.js. What are the ASP.NET Core project templates used for? Yeah. That .NET Client command used to create a new ASP.NET Core web app project from a project template. It's that. When should the .NET command be used? You want to debug your application. Automatic recompilation. Really? That's it? You're gonna teach me? All I got from that is like .NET Watch and what the fuck? Like I didn't build anything. Core behavior with middleware. These are so shit. None of these go in depth. Customize ASP.NET Core behavior with middleware. These are all beginner too. I also don't know what middleware is. Sure, let's go. When it receives an HTTP request, it passes through a series of components that are responsible for processing the request and generating a response. These components are called middleware. ASP.NET Core includes a set of built-in middleware. You can also create custom middleware. Building a new web app. Requirements include URL redirection and a real-time console output for monitoring purposes. Your team led asked you to implement the built-in middleware for URL direction. Create a custom middleware component to log the request details. Wow, that actually sounds pretty complicated. In this module, you will use the .NET SDK to build a boilerplate application. After ensuring it runs correctly, you'll implement a built-in URL rewriter middleware to rewrite URLs in that. You'll create a custom middleware component to log request details to the console. Cool. The general purpose of a web app is to receive and respond to HTTP requests. A request is received, and then the server generates an appropriate response. Everything in the ASP.NET Core is concerned with this request-response cycle. When an ASP.NET Core app receives an HTTP request, it passes through a series of components to generate the response. These components are called middleware. Middleware can be thought of as a pipeline that flows through. Each middleware layer can run code before and after the next layer in the pipeline. Yeah, I don't. Oh, wait. Holy fuck, wait, that's actually big. So, it takes HTTP context and returns a task. Task is returned. Input. Alright. Creates a new web app builder object.